Sometimes it's better to have a clean getaway, as clean as it could possibly be. I still think about you from time to time. I still pray every single day that we get something better out of life. I still have a place in my heart, and I'll never let it go. I don't understand that, how people just move on. I mean, I guess that's just life, right? You're still in my heart, you're still in my heart. There'll always be a part for you. And I'm sure that you think of me randomly, as people do, as people do. But why would I text you? Yeah, why would I call you? Why would I send you a message on the godforsaken internet? I'd rather off myself. That doesn't mean that I am totally fine with how shit went down, but that's how we went out. I've had to accept a lot of things I never thought I'd be accepting, but here we are. I can still miss you, yeah, I can still miss you, yeah, I can still miss you, yeah, I can still miss you. And I can appreciate what you gave to me, or whatever you tried to do. And no always known this. And I tell ya, yeah, I tell ya before I tell anybody else. I always tell on myself, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm sick, 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 sick. I'll be the first to admit that I'm sick, 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 sick. But how can you get well if you can't tell what you're dealing with? And I know that we're all on a different path, and our mile markers are worth whatever they're worth. But I don't have to wait for your ass. No, I don't have to wait for your ass. And you don't have to wait for mine either, baby. Yeah, you don't have to wait for anybody. I know this seems like a time to be, like, casually discarding people. And that's not what I wanted to do, by the way. Like, I never, ever, ever want to just, like, get rid of somebody or walk away. I'd rather resolve it. But if I don't think that's ever going to happen, or there's just going to be continual tension between us because we clearly aren't meant for each other, you know what I mean? Not in a romantic way, but just like, we're not good for each other. We're not, we're not meant to stick this out. But that's hard, you know, that's really hard, especially with familiarity. I think the familiarity is what keeps people stuck more than anything else. That's true of jobs. That's true of a lot of friendships. But romantic relationships, like, if we didn't have all these things distracting us, everyone would be alone. You know? I really believe that. Because people are really annoying, and they're boring, and they're lame, and they're disappointing, and I've always known this. And if that makes me a bitch, then I'm a bitch. But it's not anybody's fault that they're like that, though. That's just the way that we are. Like, I know that I can be all those things as well. But I think that what makes me more interesting is the fact that I know that, I acknowledge that, and I act accordingly, rather than, I don't know, lie to myself. I'm just not very good at that. Like, I think that men are much more capable of being satisfied, or much more capable of pretending that they're satisfied. That's why they don't care if a woman actually gets off. If she just pretends to get off, that's good enough for him, you know? But women can't do that. Women cannot lie to themselves, especially about a man. That's why I just gave up on men. But it's not because of them, though. It's not their fault. It's not really my fault either. It's just the way that things are. I think I'm going to take a really long walk tonight. That typically puts me at ease.